to become into effect, bringing relief to millions of workers who are drowning in debt. We strongly condemn those employers and pension funds who are confusing workers with misinformation as we prepare for the implementation of the two-pot pension reforms. We are working closely with the Treasury, the Financial Sector Conduct Authority, and the pension fund at NETLEC to ensure the smooth implementation of the two-pot pension fund reforms on the 1st of September 2024. Cosatu and its affiliates will be following up with the FSCA to identify defaulters after it revealed that more than 4,000 employers are behind on making contribution towards workers' retirement fund. Those employers who have failed to pay workers' pension fund must be charged and made to pay without delay and must be named and shamed. The increase in the national minimum wage of 8.5% to 58 cents per hour in March is a massive victory benefiting millions, in particular the farm workers, domestic workers, cleaning, hospitality, construction, and other vulnerable workers. Whilst we celebrate this victory, we must remain deeply concerned about scores of delinquent employers who are still paying workers less than the national minimum wage. Cosatu will work closely with the Department of Employment and Labour to force these employers to comply. On the election on the 29 May was the most challenging our allies. The African National Congress, the South African Communist Party, and ourselves as the Congress of African Trade Union have faced since 1994. Leading up to the pool, the Federation and its affiliates crossed the country determined to defend the ANC and the alliance, as well as securing a mandate to return to office nationally and provincially. Despite the ANC not attaining the 51% necessary to form a majority government on its own, we are humbled that millions of South Africans entrust it to lead the government of national unity. We expect the ANC to recognize its election result as a clear message from voters for the party to pull up its socks if it is to continue governing. Cosatu will continue to hold the ANC accountable while working closely with both allies to rebuild voter confidence and ensure it remains as a majority party. Cosatu remains deeply opposed to the new liberal policies of the Democratic Alliance. The DA has a history of opposing all labor reforms seeking to improve the lives of workers. Its tendency to harbor the unprecedented racists such as Ronald House and Ian Cameron within its ranks adds insult to injuries. We call on National Prosecution Authority to criminally charge House for his racist utterances. If the DA is to be part of the GNU, then it must abandon its anti-worker and anti-transformation agenda. We expect the ANC as the leader of the government of national unity to ensure that government is biased towards the working class and defend the hard-won gains, rights of workers and accelerate the transformation agenda. Cosatu welcomes the GNU's declaration of intent commitment to protect workers' rights and to engage with labor, business and civil society on the GNU's policy platform that was included in the differences to the Federation its concern. The Federation will help facilitate dialogue with social partners at NETLEC to contribute meaningfully towards the GNU's policy mandate. Equally scared to the Federation is for the GNU to continue on the path towards rolling out a national health insurance building a comprehensive social security, intensifying the war on crime and corruption, investing in developmental state and well-resourced police public service, enabling the employment equity and broad-based black economic empowerment, supporting the African agenda and solidarity with the struggling nations internationally, including the Palestinian people. It is imperative the Government of National Unity policy mandate be anchored on the ANC manifesto and guided by the Constitution and rule of law. The Alliance fully expects President Ramaphosa to consult it on the composition of the cabinet. Cosatu congratulates former leaders of the movement who have been elected to Parliament and the provincial legislation, and trust that they will continue to wage a working class struggle in their new deployments. South Africa's economy has stagnated since 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The slight recovery in 2021 was short-lived as the growth has since remained weak. The crisis at Eskom and Transnet contribute to the decline. Cosatu commends Eskom workers and the Eskom board for 3 months of no load shedding. Equally important is to work being done at the Transnet to ensure our ports and freight rail run efficiently and port congestion is overcome. The marginal drop in GDP in the first quarter of this year raised the concerns that the 42% of unemployment rate, 60% for youth, may worsen. We've seen an increasing number of employers announcing plans to retrench, particularly in the mining, transport, retail, and textile industry. Cosatu expects the GNU to move with speed to stimulate the economy as soon as cabinet is in place by abandoning austerity measures that have characterized the stagnant state of economy in recent years. We also call on business to assist the new government by creating decent jobs and halting retrenchment, as the economy cannot afford to lose a single job. The CEC has also resolved to exercise our right under Section 77 of the Labour Relations Act and to launch a nationwide program towards a national day of action in defense of workers' hard-won constitutional and labor rights, as well as collective bargaining in both the public and private sectors. In the build-up the National Day of Action, Cosatu affiliates are expected to lead campaigns in defense of jobs given the Section 189 across industry. The Federation is humbled by the recognition of its leadership role with the election of its President Zingi Swalowsi to serve on the International Labour Organization governing body. This is an affirmation of the role of Cosatu's commitment to advancing workers' rights and our role in the global labour movement. That's the end of our statement as per the 3 days Central Executive Committee when it was closed on Thursday the 20th. Thank you very much, Comrade Zanella.